What's something everybody likes, but you secretly hate? Ducking sob stories on our pics. This is my grandfather. Here's a 200-year-old autistic grandpa. He beat DCK cancer. Honestly? Snapchat. I hate how the messages disappear. I hate how superficially obsessed people get about snap streaks. Social media strikes me as I'm having more fun at your competition these days. I used to use it more in high school, but I've found that it just feeds into unnecessary comparison to other people. At my age, there's nothing I secretly hate anymore. I'll get the duck off my lawn. My daughter's boyfriend. Remember to sort by controversial to see real opinions. Casinos. I see the fun in them, but honestly the casinos want you to lose. I get nothing out of putting 10 in a machine and nothing coming out. Raymond. Weddings. I guess. I mean, get married. Sure. But a big traditional wedding is just such a waste of money. YouTube vloggers. They are just trying to flex their cash and how their life is better than ours. Stupid. Most superhero TV shows. I hate sand. It's coarse, rough, irritating, and it gets everywhere. Fake nails. I mean, yeah, they're pretty, but they're so annoying when you're trying to type on your phone, opening a can, or really anything for that matter. Why are long fake nails this amazing beauty standard? Dancing with the Stars. I call it Dancing with the B-list, and my mom and sister get so mad. Too much talking. Celebrity culture. They are just normal people with extra makeup and with enough spare time to go to the gym regularly. Seriously. What makes them any better than the people I see walking down the street? How does America's Got Talent possibly have that many viewers? That show is fake. Any reality show, game shows, singing shows, shows like The Bachelor and Jersey Shore, etc. I just find them super boring and repetitive. I'd much rather watch a show with a real plot line. Edit. To answer some of the questions. I really don't watch any reality shows. There are no exceptions. I have watched some in the past, but I got bored after 1-2 seasons. I have seen episodes of a lot of shows because my friends and family like them and will sometimes have them on if anyone has any great sci-fi shows to recommend. I'm not a fan of brand name clothes. I like good quality clothing, but whoever's name is on it means nothing to me. I'll buy some cheap loafers, but my wife has to have a Prada and Chanel bag. I don't get it. Twitter. Large crowds. I've never, ever liked large crowds. Not in classrooms, concerts, parties, anything. I just want a few people. Like 3-7 maximum. More people makes me uneasy. Edit. To clarify. I mean to say that most people love going to concerts and other activities where there is generally a large crowd. Maybe not for the large crowd, but for the event happening. For me. Temperatures above 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Apparently eating ass. Fruit salad. Keep the fruits separated so that the flavors can shine individually. I don't like eating wrinkly giapes, bruised bananas, and apple juice stained kiwi. Sometimes some jokester will add pineapple to the mix. Pineapple is the glitter of the fruit salad world. The taste just gets everywhere. Drinking. There's such a huge drinking culture here in the UK. Life. Despacito. Snapchat. Because I value my privacy. Don't care about the mundane shit that people do in their day-to-day lives. And don't care what other people think about mine. People magazine and celebrity lives. I couldn't care less what random people are doing. They were great in a movie? Awesome. I can appreciate that they're good at their job. Still doesn't make me care what Jerry likes on his toast or what Susan was wearing to the party. Edit. Wow, haha, just finished making dinner and saw all of the notifications. I've never had a post blow up like this. Thanks for the gold. I don't enjoy battle royale games. Fortnite, PUBG, H1Z1, or any of them. I hate the game style and I'm hating that every single game is making their own version of it. The Walking Dead. It's a snoozer to me. I hate the sound that yodeling kid makes. That sound is called yodeling. Alcohol. Always get a hangover. I drink water and still I get them. If I do drink, it's on a day I don't have work the next day. Cardi B's music. Social media in general. When I was younger, maybe 12-13, I was on it constantly. But now that I've deleted the majority of my accounts and am older, I really don't see the thrill. I think it's actually really annoying how obsessed people are with posting statues and pictures online. I can barely have a regular hangout with my friends without them recording everything and putting it on Snapchat. Kinda sucks when you just wanna connect in person. Star Wars. Fallout 4 PLS don't downvote. Hot ass weather. No, I don't like being in hell-like conditions. No, I don't want to sit in the ducking sun at a crowded beach roasting. Duck all that bullshit. Give me spring, fall, and winter all year. iPhones. I get they are high quality, but stop shoving the idea that it's the best phone out there down my throat. Stop promoting this overpriced BS when there are Chinese products with way better specifications and a lower price. Also, having an iPhone usually transforms people into DCKS who just can't stop bragging about their new phone. Avocados. They are repulsive to every one of my senses. Sushi. It's like chewing someone else's puke after all the flavor was taken out. Edit. Red Hot Chili Peppers. The band. They're awful. I do not see the appeal in Jennifer Lawrence. Her face is punchable. She's smug as hell. She's only pretty because she pounds on the makeup. And capitalizes on being socially awkward. She almost seems like a clearance discount Easy era Emma Stone. Her acting isn't bad. But it doesn't stand out. And I'm very certain she keeps tripping at those awards shows for attention. She reminds me of a very specific type of girl from high school, i.e. sneezing obnoxiously, acting clumsy, etc. just to seem cute. The Office. Painfully unfunny. Edit. Holy crap. My first Reddit gold. Thank you, Reddit stranger. Camping. One of my favorite things about becoming an adult was the realization that I could say no to camping. You can't make me. I'll have air conditioning and a ducking mattress please and thank you. The movie Frozen. Hey, our little girl has a condition. Let's lock her in a room. And that song is not even good. Truth. 13 Reasons Why. Most of my classmates are so hyped and inspired by the show. But I don't like it at all. It's just a show about a spoiled teen who takes things too far. Personally, I'm shocked it's been on this long. I feel it glorifies suicide and punishing your loved ones for every little injustice in this world. I bet there's a bunch of depressed kids who are getting ducked up from watching that show and thinking I should kill myself. That'll teach everyone a lesson. I truly feel that show is irresponsible and will probably encourage people to commit suicide. It's ducked up. 80s music. Hot garbage. Whoa. I got way more attention than I expected, so let me clarify. When I say 80s music, I'm talking the same top 100 songs everyone knows and has been overplayed to death. I wouldn't lump political punk, rap, or hip hop in my hot garbage statement. Ducking Call of Duty. Ducking boring overrated game, but I have to pretend I like and play it with my son. The Office. Edit. Sorry for all the edits. Thank you very much for gold kind person. Taxes. Apparently, every time I post taxation is theft, the downvotes rain upon it. Edit. Thanks for the gold. Anonymous freedom loving gilder. To be gilded for such a fundamental concept of liberty and freedom is confidence restoring. Superhero movies. Ellen DeGeneres. She's a product of her times. She was a nice, safe, and funny face for the LGBTQ+ movement at a time when the movement needed one. Now she spouts safe 90s era comedy without the edginess of the moment behind her. Babies. Smelly, stupid, tiny humans. They are not cute no matter what cute thing you post on your Facebook, and no, I don't want to hold them. Fortnite. Trash game. Ketchup. Tastes gross. I don't know why everyone likes it so much. It's way too sweet and makes me gag. Africa. Toto. That song is such ducking garbage for so many reasons. But everyone is always riding its DCK like it's the greatest thing ever made. That and Anything Everything by Journey. The shitty. Edit. Since it seems like every single thing I hate is musical, I'm gonna add this on. Female artists who talk and act like they're all about empowerment, but literally only ever sing about men getting their heart broken, getting cheated on, or other relationship drama. Beyonce. Memes. The Beatles. I don't necessarily hate their music, but I find them kind of poppy and boring, and I really don't understand why everyone thinks they are one of, if not the greatest bands ever. I love older rock music like Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix, so I'm not sure what I am doing wrong. I also think Dave Matthews Band sucks. Post Malone. I shouldn't say that I hate him. Just really don't like his music is all. I'm sure others feel the same way about music I enjoy. Edit. I just want to know why so many of these new musicians are just dirty looking dudes with face tattoos. Kanye West. I get he's talented, but I don't like his music. Everyone shts in your mouth on Reddit if you say anything bad about him. Radiohead. Mumbling garbage. An LPRN. I don't really see the appeal of getting drunk. Also, beer tastes awful. I'll have a hard cider occasionally, but that's it. Star Wars films. Vodka is a cocktail ingredient. Dogs. Downvoted for giving an opinion in an Reddit thread. Nice. Rick and Morty. Bohemian Rhapsody. Sports. Couldn't possibly give less of a duck. Adele. Obviously she is an extremely talented artist, and is well deserving of praise. But to me, her voice is the equivalent to listening to a guitarist shred as hard, as fast and as loud as possible throughout an entire song. She's constantly belting, constantly wailing, like a knob that stays at 10 at all times. Shawn Mendes. Lil Sebastian. You monster. Drake and The Weeknd, and any style of music that sounds similar. It's just plain awful. What about Drake and Josh? K-pop or mumble rappers? Phase 2 and 3 of the Marvel franchise. Bacon. Frosting. I used to tell people I was allergic until someone called me out on it. It's just sugar. It's gonna be a pass from me. I'm good on that. Not a fan of frosting. Just don't like it. Nah, sorry. Edit. This confession is my highest upvoted comment ever. Thanks Reddit. 1. You shouldn't lie about being allergic. 2. Agreed. Frosting is terrible. Lee Greenwood's song God Bless the USA. The phrase our thoughts and prayers are with you. Donald Trump. New vehicles. I want no power accessories and no touchscreen nonsense in my vehicles. I don't want Bluetooth, I don't want tires that resemble rubber bands, I don't want wheels so big they cost a fortune to replace. I could rant for pages about how new cars and trucks ducking suck. Kanye West. I think the guy is a ducking blight on the world. And not just because of his slavery is a choice bullshit lately. I've never understood why people tolerate him, let alone obsess over him. Guacamole. Snow. If there are any positives to global warming, It's no more ducking snow. Edit. Snapchat. I'm old and I don't understand it. The upvote and hive mind of Reddit. Alcohol. It would not faze me if it completely disappeared, got banned. I don't understand why people are so obsessed with getting drunk. Mostly when people typically act ignorant and are embarrassing. The reason why you black out when drinking is because you're literally poisoning yourself. On top of that, all the health issues and death caused. I honestly just don't get it. Guess it makes me lame. Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't hate the song. I hate the routine of traditions it's made. Pretty much all music. Except classical and old jazz. Edit. Seeing as so many people are interested in why I only like these two genres and a great deal more see fit to call me a pretentious douche. I'll add a little context. I used to love most subgenres of rock and roll, punk and metal, classic rock and oldies, etc. I even liked early rap and gangster rap. Eventually, it all started sounding the same. I got tired of it. Classical and jazz are interesting and less predictable to my untrained ear than pop music. Rock is dead. Rap is stagnating and quickly heading in the same direction. Most EDM is obnoxious noise. I am Varismit. Watermelon. It isn't good. Anything with peanut butter and chocolate in it. I love each of them by themselves, but can't stand them together. Reese's especially. Rap. Frozen. And particularly the annoying Olaf character. Loved Coco, but was tortured by the 21-minute short Olaf's Frozen adventure tacked onto the beginning. I'm going to get downvoted for this post, but on the start end of any post annoys me so much that I do sometimes downvote them out of sheer spite. Especially if they're at a high positive. I believe voteless forums are a better format. The obsession over score is harmful. Friends. Awful. Just awful. Smug. Self-satisfied. Winnie. And annoying. Why oh why are there endless reruns of this tribe? Cats. They're assholes and super touchy and unaffectionate and they lie down wherever they are like they own the place and I feel like it's extremely disrespectful. On top of that they're just oozing attitude all the time. Like, why are you bothering me? If you're just there. On the other hand I love to pet them so I DK NASA where I just hug them against their will. I would petition to declaw all cats if it wasn't like bad for them or something. Anything pumpkin pie spice. I find it bitter and the texture off-putting and grainy. I'm so sick of it everywhere I go in the fall and winter. If I want something sweet with cinnamon and allspice, I'll eat an apple pie. Apple pie. Da real MVP. I cannot stand The Big Bang Theory. I would rather rub my cheeks on a rusty cheese grater than watch that drivel. And Pearl Jam. Seinfeld. Edit. What a lot of comments. I was referring to the show in particular rather than the individual. I don't think he is particularly good as a comedian but I don't hate him. Just not my cup of tea. Although I do like some of the episodes of comedians in cars getting coffee. Wearing flip-flops in a professional place of employment. Gross. I do not want to hear your feet suction to cheap plastic each time you leave your desk. Beyonce. I just don't like her and her songs. If you ever actually say this in real life or online suddenly people start coming from everywhere to tell you why you're wrong so it's easier just to keep it to yourself. Country music. It makes me want to scratch my ears off. Fortnite. Superhero movies. Every year they come out. Make a load of money. And are fan fabs. But they always have the superhero template plot devices. I don't find them fun to watch because they're so predictable. And in 10 years they will remake them, i.e. Spider-Man. New Year's Eve. Weddings. 21 STS. Any event where there's an expectation that everyone is going to have a great time. Like, you will be in the mood to party and you will have fun. Duck you. I'm tired and just wanna watch TV and stay in. I'm not good with plans. I really despise how the mass media collectively decides what is and isn't okay for people. Schools. Governments. etc. to be doing saying. As a journalism major who has studied some communication, these widespread internet campaigns for what the collective mass deems acceptable is scarily turning into a groupthink epidemic. A good recent example is the Kanye-Trump controversy. Look what happens when someone doesn't adhere to the group ideology. All Kanye said was that Trump is a human too and that he has love for all humans. But the collective has labeled Trump a fascist, racist, misogynistic, and idiotic dictator, so Kanye is clearly mentally ill being whitewashed. Truly scary how quick the collective can turn on someone for saying something as simple as having love for everyone despite their flaws. Simpsons. I loved it during the first 5 or so years. But I'm still perplexed how it is still on. Edit. Guess the downvoters show. Some things are just not okay to dislike. Edit 2. My faith in humanity is now restored. Anime. Royal weddings. Weed. Expect. Maybe not so secretly. Let me start by saying I think I should be 100% legal. It's ridiculous people get in legal trouble for smoking. I live in a place where it's legal to smoke it. And come from a place where it's illegal. Every time I go visit my home state, I'm flooded with questions and statements. Oh, you must smoke all the time, it's so great it's legal, you're so lucky. If I tell people I don't like it, I get the whole you just got a bad strain. No. I just don't like it. Again. Nothing against it. It's just not for me. Marvel films. They are arguably the most boring, predictable, cheesy, shallow, and underwhelming films I have ever seen in my life. The worst films I've ever seen are Marvel films. Yet, somehow, every single damn person is raving about them all the time. I feel like I'm in some kind of subtle nightmare or horror story where only I can see something everyone else can't. They're just not good. It's like they don't even try because they know people will go and watch them. Sunny and warm weather. Bohemian Rhapsody. Pokemon. Nintendo. Edit. Forgot Donald Glover. Edit 2. Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't realize the name of this thread was what something everybody likes. But you secretly hate and everyone agrees with you? This my dude my guy fad. Every time I hear it, I cringe. Babies. They're not cute. They're angry. Defenseless potatoes. Bacon. It's either way too greasy like a lubed up pig or so crunchy it's like I'm chewing on bark. Oh, and I hate the smell too. I live in constant fear someone will find out and burn me at the stake for my sacrilege. Raises crucifixion tools. Rihanna. I don't get it. Umbrella Ella Ella. Ariana Grande. I get that her voice is objectively very good, high range and all, but I just find it annoying. She seems like a nice person though. Beer. It tastes so ducking bitter it makes me wanna gag. Pokemon Go was pretty whack when it came out. Still have some adult friends that play that shit. It was particularly bad in the beginning when people were all it's a good excuse to go outside. Do they not realize that there is an entire real world full of real animals that are infinitely more fascinating than those stupid ducking cartoons? Also not a big fan of video games. Kinda strike me as a waste of time. Princess Bride. Nothing about it I find funny. It's boring and uninspired. Yet everyone on Reddit acts like it's the greatest thing ever. Mumble rap. Taylor Swift. Her songs are terrible. They don't even have a melody. And they're either about being self-absorbed, a breakup, or blaming other people for her problems. Such a shitty role model. Gender reveal parties. Video games. I've tried playing them at friends' houses, but just find them boring. Star Wars. I just find it genuinely uninteresting. The Last of Us. It's just not a game. It's a movie where you hold the controller. What's worse is that it sometimes undermines gameplay for a more cinematic experience. Nobody that ever talks about the game talks about the gameplay. They just talk about how the story is the greatest thing in gaming. Any other medium besides gaming could have told the same story. I haven't played the new God of War, so I can't judge that game. But everything I've seen from that is everything I don't seek in a game. And everyone hailing it as the perfection of the single player game experience will probably see how flawed or shallow it is once a mediocre sequel comes out, or TLO Part 2. Turn-based RPGs. As someone who's not great at reaction time or precision mouse control, I'm the opposite. I like to take my time, think things out. About the close I get to action RPG is Morrowind, where the action is pretty slow and there are still dice rolls and regular pausing and stuff. The Office, US. Apparently. Look. I tried. I really did. I had a relative that couldn't stop talking about how great it was. So that season I started watching when it started. It had a few moments, but I don't think I made it halfway through. It was maybe season 3 or 4 for those that are curious. The new season of Silicon Valley. Superhero movies. I'm not 10 years old and there are too many of them. The mentality of you saying I don't watch it because it's for kids and you're not a kid is portraying you as insecure and actually childish. Is your ego so massive that you won't watch a film because it's for kids and you want to be an adult? That's really sad. The Ducking Disturbed cover of Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel. I don't subscribe to the other wrong generation mentality, but it seems to actually be supplanting the original, which is very sad to me. Smoking. Is there possibly any benefits that come out of it? Superhero movies. Just about all of them. Patriotism. Blind loyalty to leaders, no matter what horrible things they've done, is the epitome of mob mentality. Thinking your country is the best when you know virtually nothing about most other countries is mindless stupidity. Treating foreigners like dirt because deep down they scare your weak-minded sense of superiority is just another kind of racism. People are stupid AF.